Good morning students, this is Latif sir. Today I am going to discuss about limitations of chemical equations. In the last video I have discussed about how to write down a chemical equation, how to balance a chemical equation, and today I am going to discuss about limitations of chemical equations. The chemical equations we have seen till now do not describe the chemical reaction completely. The chemical equations we have seen till now do not describe the chemical reactions completely. There are a number of limitations. A chemical reaction can be influenced by many factors such as catalyst, temperature, heat, pressure. Just by bringing two reactants together may not always cause a chemical reaction. There are certain conditions must exist for a chemical reaction to occur. In current form, in current form of chemical equation, the chemical equation does not indicate the information about the time in which the reaction will be completed, about the speed of the reaction, about the form of energy released or absorbed, about the concentration of the reactants, etc. So so we have to learn how to make a chemical equation more informative. We have to correction the limitations. We have to correct the limitation of chemical equations. So now see ways to make chemical equations more informative. That means how to make chemical equations more informative. A chemical equations can be modified to include the following informations like physical state, temperature, pressure, catalyst used. These information must be indicated in the chemical equation. So first, physical state. A chemical equation should specify the physical state of the reactants and the products. A chemical equation should specify the physical state of the reactants and products of the reaction. You have to write S for solid reactant and solid reactant and solid products, and you have to write L within bracket. You have to write S within bracket beside an element or compound. To indicate the solid state, you have to write L for liquid state, and you have to write G for gaseous state, and you have to write AQ within bracket for aqueous solution. For example, the dissolution of carbon dioxide gas in water, the dissolution of carbon dioxide gas in liquid water making liquid carbonic acid under high pressure, the reaction can be expressed as CO2 within first bracket G means gas, CO2 gas, plus H2O water within first bracket liquid. Water is liquid, that's why you have to write L beside H2O. Arrow, and above the arrow you have to write the condition of the reaction, that is high pressure, and the product carbonic acid H2CO3, which is liquid, so you have to write L for liquid carbonic acid. Okay. And if any product of the reaction is gaseous, then a gaseous product is represented using an upright arrow also. So for gaseous product you have to use an upright arrow. For example, when magnesium reacts with dilute sulfuric acid, it will produce magnesium sulfate and hydrogen gas. As the product hydrogen is a gaseous product, so you have to give an upright arrow beside hydrogen gas. Similarly, a a downward arrow is used to indicate the formation of a precipitate, that is solid product. A downward arrow is used to indicate the formation of solid product, that is precipitate. For example, when silver nitrate solution is react with sodium chloride solution NaCl, it will produce a white precipitate of silver chloride AgCl. When AgNO3, that is silver nitrate, reacts with sodium chloride, that is NaCl, it will produce, so the product will be white precipitate of silver chloride and sodium nitrate solution. So the reaction will be AgNO3 plus NaCl arrow NaNO3 plus AgCl. And as AgCl is a solid white precipitate, you have to use a downward arrow. Now, second condition is a catalyst, which you have to mention in the chemical equation. A catalyst is a chemical substance. A catalyst is a chemical substance that alter the speed of the reaction. That alter the speed of the reaction without itself undergoing any chemical change. A catalyst is a chemical substance that alter the speed of the reaction without itself undergoing in the chemical change. That means uh, a catalyst can increase or decrease the speed of a chemical reaction. And there are two types of catalyst. One is positive catalyst, another is negative catalyst. A positive catalyst which increases the speed of the reaction, whereas the negative catalyst decreases the speed of the reaction. For example, in the formation or in the manufacturing process of ammonia from hydrogen gas and nitrogen gas, iron catalyst is used. Here iron act as positive catalyst, that is iron increases the speed of the reaction for the manufacture of ammonia from nitrogen and hydrogen gas. So the reaction is N2 plus 3H2 arrow 2 NH3, 2 ammonia molecule. And you have to write the name of the catalyst just above the arrow. So you have to write iron as catalyst. And now example of negative catalyst, in the decomposition of hydrogen peroxide, in the decomposition reaction of hydrogen peroxide to hydrogen gas and oxygen gas, phosphoric acid is used as negative catalyst. Here phosphoric acid decreases the formation of hydrogen gas and oxygen gas from hydrogen peroxide. So the reaction is H2O2 arrow H2 gas plus O2 gas, that is hydrogen gas plus oxygen gas. And you have to write the name of the negative catalyst used here, which is phosphoric acid. Next, reversibility. Some chemical reactions are reversible. That means this reaction can produce in both the direction, that is in forward direction and in backward directions also. The reactants produce the product, and the product also react to give give back the reactants. That means these reactions are reversible, and these reversible reactions are indicated by two half arrow. These reversible reactions are indicated by two half arrow heads pointing in opposite direction. You can see the symbol of two half arrow given here. For example, the process of manufacturing of ammonia from hydrogen and nitrogen gas is a reversible reaction. That's why the reaction, you have to indicate the reaction using you have to represent the equation instead of arrow, you have to write 2 half arrow, because the formation of ammonia from hydrogen and nitrogen gas, it is a reversible reaction. Next, light. Certain chemical reactions take place in the presence of light. For example, photosynthesis. Photosynthesis in green plants take place in presence of sunlight, and the necessity of light must be stated in the chemical equation. The necessity of light must be stated in the chemical equation, and the chemical equation for the photosynthesis process is 6CO2 plus 6H2O arrow, and above the arrow you have to write light, and the product are glucose C6H12O6 plus oxygen gas plus 6O2. Next, heat and temperature. You have to mention the temperature and heat at which the reaction occurring. Certain chemical reactions occur with the absorption of heat, and such chemical reactions are called endothermic reactions. So endothermic reactions are those reactions which occur with the absorption of heat. For example, decomposition of calcium carbonate CaCO3 to give calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Decomposition of calcium carbonate to give calcium oxide and carbon dioxide, it is an endothermic reaction, and the reaction is CaCO3 arrow CaO plus CO2 minus heat. That means heat is absorbed in this reaction. And certain chemical reactions produce heat. Certain chemical reactions produce heat, and such chemical reactions are called exothermic reactions. So exothermic reactions are those chemical reactions which can produce heat. For example, the reaction of carbon dioxide with hydrogen gas. The reaction of carbon dioxide with hydrogen gas to give methane and water. It is an exothermic reaction. So the chemical equation is CO2 plus 4H2 arrow CH4, that is methane, plus 2H2, 2 water plus heat. That means here heat is released. And certain chemical reaction take place only at a specific temperature. Certain chemical reactions take place only at a specific temperature, and the temperature must be mentioned in such reactions. Certain chemical reaction take place only at a specific temperature, and the temperature must be mentioned in such reactions. For example, formation of ammonia by Haber-Bosch process requires a temperature around 450 to 500 degrees Celsius. So you have to mention this temperature 450 to 500 degrees Celsius, and this temperature is required for the formation of ammonia gas from hydrogen and nitrogen gas. You have to mention this temperature above the arrow. So the chemical reaction is 3H2 plus N2 reversible arrow, as the formation of ammonia gas from hydrogen and nitrogen gas is a reversible reaction. So you have to use a double headed arrow, and you have to mention the temperature 450 to 500 degrees Celsius just above the reversible sign. Now electricity. Certain chemical reactions such as decomposition of water requires electricity. Certain chemical reactions such as the decomposition of water require electricity. That means when electric current is passed through water, it split into hydrogen and oxygen gas, and the necessity of electricity must be stated, the necessity of electricity must be stated in the chemical equation. So the decomposition of water using electric current to give hydrogen gas and oxygen gas, the chemical equation is 2H2O arrow, and above the arrow you have to write electricity, and the product are 2H2 plus O2. So you have to mention the electricity, light, and now pressure. Certain chemical reactions where one or more reactants are in the gaseous state occur when pressure is applied. For example, the dissolution of carbon dioxide in water to make carbonated drink take place under very high pressure, and the necessity of the pressure must be stated in such chemical equations. So the chemical equation is CO2 plus H2 to give carbonic acid H2CO3, and this reaction occurs at very high pressure, and you have to mention the pressure, high pressure, just above the arrow. So these informations you have to mention in the chemical equation. So students, there's a limitation, and to make a chemical equation more informative, you have to mention this following information like physical state, catalyst use, temperature, pressure, and electricity. This information uh, you have to write down in the chemical equation, or you have to mention in the chemical equation. Thank you, students.